All right, let's talk a little bit about LeBron and telling Anthony Davis that he's handing the keys to the car, which is the Lakers, to him. Also, let's talk about Pat Riley saying that there's an asterisk by the Lakers championship. But hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Check out the NBA Talk playlist for more videos like this. But yeah, start off with LeBron saying he giving the keys to Anthony Davis. He said the same thing about Kyrie. Kyrie just didn't believe him. Kyrie wanted to leave. All right, didn't even want to talk to LeBron. He wanted to get in the room with him and explain to Kyrie, and Kyrie just thought it was easy to go on and be the number one in Boston and apologize to LeBron. But I mean, it's gonna be hard in today's game for him to get the keys to Anthony Davis, as far as him being the guy, because he's the primary ball handler. Even if he go out there and average 18, 5, and 10 or whatever it is, he just got more star power than Anthony Davis. When Anthony Davis carried the Lakers, people say it's because LeBron, or he can't do it without LeBron when it really count. So, unless LeBron's skills really diminish, like over the next few years, where he can't run up the court. I mean, even if he like an old Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kareem still had that aura, and Magic never got a championship without him. So, to be honest, Anthony Davis is going to be measured on if he can get a championship without LeBron. If people didn't get on Dwayne Wade like that because he had a championship without LeBron and before LeBron, right? But for Anthony Davis, he's going to be judged as an all-time great based off if he get a championship without LeBron. If he don't, he's going to be considered LeBron lackey, just like Chris Bosh, and just like part of the Dwayne Wade career and Kyrie, even though a lot of those guys made huge moments in LeBron's career. You know how it go, but it's going to be hard. What is Anthony Davis going to do? Bring the ball up? Are they going to go through him more? I don't see them shifting any more responsibility on Anthony Davis than they did this year. He was a top 5 MVP candidate already. He's not going to be an MVP because he playing next to LeBron. So his worth going to be proven when LeBron retire and lead the Lakers and go into business or whatever. And, Anthony Davis is just not a number one. LeBron is a number one. He might not be a number one when it count all the time, but just him being a number one, you got to pay attention to him, So when you got a Kyrie, Anthony Davis, it's less pressure on them. You feel what I'm saying? See, LeBron, let's say, LeBron in real championship spots sometimes don't show up. But Kyrie, Ray Allen, him being the number one decoy, you just can't leave LeBron by himself. So LeBron takes a lot of pressure off Anthony Davis and Kyrie and Dwayne Wade and Bosh just because he one of the greatest basketball players to ever dribble a ball. So he can be a decoy or he can be the number one to get the job done. So for Anthony Davis, he can say this all the time, all through the public, but ain't nobody gonna believe it. They gonna measure Anthony Davis what he do without LeBron, and that's true, and that's a fact. And Anthony Davis got to understand that. And the quicker he understand that, the more he got to physically build up his body and trust Rob Pelinka to replace LeBron James and put a championship caliber team around him. Because if he don't never get the Lakers while being a Laker to another championship, if he chooses to come back, people gonna hold that against him. And I think everybody know that's the facts. I'm saying, he couldn't do it without LeBron, but LeBron couldn't do it by himself. Wilt, Jerry West, Magic, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, nobody wins championship by themselves. They might, win a game single-handedly, but 82 games plus the playoffs, conference finals, nobody does it by themselves. Michael needed Scotty, Scotty needed Michael. Hakeem Olajuwon needed the great shooters around him. So that's just the way it's going for Anthony Davis. He got a choice to make. Can he, would he go back to Chicago or would he stay in LA? Being with Clutch Sports, I think they're gonna strong arm him and stay in LA. But what he gotta understand is, if he don't get the job done without LeBron, people gonna put an asterisk by his career and say he wasn't that great. Because Duncan got a couple championships without, David Robinson. Kobe got some championships without, Shaquille O'Neal. So that's kind of going to be the narrative. LeBron can turn the keys over to him all he wants, but public perception is going to be, as long as LeBron still is dominant as he is right now, that it's LeBron's team. And, Anthony Davis is going to have to chalk that up right now. But let's not forget, he was another top 5 MVP next to LeBron. And when he wasn't there, while he still had Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, who developed into an all-star, and Kuzma, LeBron didn't make the playoffs. And I don't want to hear, he was injured. No, he didn't make the playoffs. He missed the playoffs. Jordan ain't never missed the playoffs in his real active career. He missed the playoffs. So without Anthony Davis, they don't get the job done. That's a fact. It's the God honest truth. They don't get the job done without Anthony Davis. So Anthony Davis is just important as LeBron. Because without AD, ain't no championship for LeBron, and without LeBron, ain't no championship for AD. It proved it from the previous season. In New Orleans, he struggled. In LA, LeBron struggled. So they knew exactly what they was getting into. But can AD be the number one player on the team and deliver a championship is the $1 million question. And for that to happen, he don't have to change nothing about his game. He got to get bigger and stronger. It just don't seem like he don't put no weight. So if you're not durable enough to carry a team, he gonna need a Kawhi Leonard, Scottie Pippen next to him, a Michael Jordan. He gonna need that next to him. But I don't never see Anthony Davis carrying the team to a championship being the number one player. I think he a player too. You know what I'm saying? But I could be wrong, but it is what it is. But Pat Riley also said that there's an asterisk by the Lakers championship, not because of the bubble. I put an asterisk on it because it was the bubble and anybody watched it. But he said because Goran Dragic and Bam Adebayo, they didn't play. They wasn't 100%, so it's an asterisk by them. Now, if they played what Miami would have won, no. It was set up for LeBron to win. You can see by the refs. You can see by everything. It was set up for LeBron to win, and they found out just because you put LeBron in the bubble, you put LeBron in the finals, because last year playoffs, not the past year, but 2019 playoffs that kicked off, they were saying since LeBron went in the finals or in the playoffs, that's why the ratings dropped. The ratings dropped again this year. Y'all want to talk about politics, whatever y'all want to talk about. Point blank period. The NBA has a terrible product. They have a huge issue on their hand. NBA basketball in the 90s and 80s and 70s was entertaining. This right here, nobody wanted to watch superstars take 40, 30 free throws a game. Nobody want to hear the whistle when people foul. People watch sports for masculinity, for physicality. People watch sports for the physical aspect. Nobody want to be sitting there watching a 2-hour game for 4 hours for foul shots straight up and down. So, I didn't count it because the bubble was crap. It wasn't travel. It made it easier on the veterans, and the referees was terrible. But, Pat Riley saying because his best players wasn't healthy. And that could have been the case, but they was going to give it to LeBron regardless. You could have brought the Avengers and DC and everybody from Marvel there, and they was going to give it to LeBron regardless. It was set up for LeBron, and now hopefully Adam Silver see just because we got LeBron in the finals, it don't mean people going to watch. More people watch Monday Night Football pregame show than they watch the NBA Finals the last game. I just wasn't watching it, dude. I wasn't feeling it no more. You could just see they blatantly was cheating for LeBron and the Lakers. But, maybe Bam would have made a difference. Maybe Dragic would have made a difference. Look here, man. If it was regular NBA and no bubble, Miami would have never been in there. If they never would have had the hiatus, Miami would have never been in the finals. They don't have that type of team. They just a team in a bubble that got hot. Anybody had a bad bubble, a great bubble in between, I don't count the bubble. I don't count you having a bad bubble. People got wives. People love to travel. A lot of people, everybody ain't introverts. You know what I'm saying? Some people like to get out, spread their wings. Like Tiger Woods, his whole thing was smashing baristas and female servers, and that's what kept him on top of his game. As soon as he stopped smashing baristas and female servers and, cheap little car attendants, his game went down. You got to understand that some guys got a routine. James Harden like to go to the titty bar. Some guys might like to go to the movies. Some guys might like, laying up home with their girl and their kids, and that make them feel comfortable. You put somebody in a bubble, there's a lot of mental instabilities people going to have. You put somebody in the room and tell them, they can't do the stuff they used to do, Dave and Buster's, this, that, and the third, and try somebody in the hotel room, they're going to go crazy, But, Pat Riley had to clarify it, but like I said before, Bam Adebayo, Goran Dragic, whoever was playing for them was healthy. They was going to lose regardless. This thing was designed to get LeBron a ring. So, like I said, if it was a regular NBA and the momentum never stopped, I can't say for a fact LeBron wouldn't have been there. But I know for sure that Miami Heat wouldn't have been there. But, people want to praise it as the greatest ring, but they don't know. No travel, no fan. It was no pressure. It didn't even feel like the finals. At the end of the day, they need to go back to the arenas. Space the fans out, and eventually we have full capacity. Ain't nobody scared of the corona no more. Just watch several football games that have fans in attendance. Nobody's scared of the corona. They want to keep pushing the scare. The corona been here since last November. They wanted to make sure people spent that money through Christmas season. That's what they wanted to make sure. And they make sure the Super Bowl pop off. Then it became a scare. Nobody's scared of that. If it's your time to go, it's your time to go. That's how most people feel about it. But it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think about Pat Riley saying it's an asterisk about the Lakers championship because Dragic and Bam Adebayo didn't play. And also let me know what you think. LeBron giving the keys to the Jeep. Room to Anthony Davis. Other than that, don't forget you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links in the description. Check out the Facebook group. That's there as well. If you want to make a donation, fastest way and best way to do so is sharing the video. Share it in the Facebook group. Share it with a friend or whatever. Other than that, you want to make a financial donation, Cash App, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time we gone.